I just want to make a correction on a video that I made previously about water and having an abundance of water or not having enough, having scarcity. Now, I said that when you have a river, when you have a flowing body of water with more water than you actually need, you have the ability to be a little bit more progressive and a little bit more brave with your choices, what you choose to do. You can take more risks. I said you could be more innovative. Now you can take more risks and be a bit more bold in what you do, but actually it's scarcity that breeds the right kind of innovation, the kind of sustainable innovation we need. So think about it. When you have a flowing river like this, you have more than you need. You have abundance. You can waste it. You aren't necessarily careful about your resource. You're not considering a time when you don't have it, because you always have it. But also you are a little bit dependent on that water coming from upstream, from other sources, often far from where you are. But think about when you have, like at that spot where I was in the previous video, where you have an area where it's very dry. There are a very few sources of water. You either have to find it underground, which many people do, or you have to wait for the rain and then store it in dams. You don't have a running flow of water coming from another region. It's in those times, it's when you have scarcity, that's when you are pushed into innovation. You are forced to be more careful, be more cautious with what you have. So the innovations that you and the changes that you make have to be less risky. And that's where I mentioned that conservative aspect to those kinds of places. Yeah, it's just a bit of a food for thought on what I recently said. And while both places, when you have an abundance of water or where you have water scarcity, you can be innovative in both places. But the innovation, the innovation that is bred from a situation of scarcity is much better innovation, or at least much more sustainable. It has to be.